Hello and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I will be reviewing the Beats Studio Buds versus the Beats Powerbuds versus the regular AirPods when it comes to fitness. In the video you'll see I used all three of these headphones when it comes to when you're on the treadmill running, when you're lifting weights, and I even threw in if you're going to do something outside like jump roping, and how they hold up in those different scenarios when it comes to working out. Basically how they felt while using them, the quality as far as how it sounded, and the ease of using them. So I will explain that in today's video and I hope you enjoy. So I first started using the new Studio Buds, and at first they weren't securely in there, so they felt like they were coming out, but once I put them in there they held up pretty well while jump roping. The Powerbeats Pro, because they have that loop, they felt more secure, like they weren't going anywhere, so I like those a little bit better over the Studio Buds. And AirPods, as usual, I never have problems with those staying in. Now when it comes to weights, pretty much the same thing. The Studio Buds, once they were in my ear, had no problem with them staying in there. Powerbeats Pro, like I said, because of that loop, they don't go nowhere. And the AirPods, I've never had a problem with those falling out. Now, I would say with the Powerbeats Pro, you get that bass. And when you working out, you want to hear that bass, you want to feel that music, you want to get pumped up when working out. And I will have to say I did enjoy using the Powerbeats Pro for the bass over the new Studio Buds and the AirPods. It has a more powerful bass to me. And I really love feeling the music when I work out. Now coming up after you see me lifting weights, I will be on the treadmill. And as far as running is concerned, again, when I put it in the Studio Buds, I felt like they were kind of coming out. So it's like with those Studio Buds, when you first put them in, you have to make sure those things are snug. But once they're in there, I didn't have problems with it coming out, but I had to like keep making sure they were like actually in there. With the Powerbeats Pro, no problem. Like I said, with that loop, they're securely in there. And then I've never had a problem with my regular AirPods. Even though they're smaller and they don't have that loop, they've always been secure. I've never had a problem with them falling out. For all of them, the sound quality is really good with the Studio Buds, the AirPods, and the Beats Power Pro. But again, I'll say hands down, the Beats Powerbeats Pro has just more of that bass, and you feel that music, especially when you're doing a really hard workout. Sound quality on all of them, like I mentioned before, is really good. If I had to pick one, I would tell you my decision in a second which one I would pick. But in really all the scenarios, the headphones held up pretty well in all of lifting weights, running, and jump roping. My final thoughts. Beats Studio Buds. So what I didn't mention when I was like outside jump roping, I would say for noise cancellation, this has an amazing noise cancellation. You pretty much can hardly hear anything. Whereas with the Powerbeats Pro, you don't have that option for noise cancellation. Same with the AirPods. So if that's something that's important to you, the Beats Studio Buds are a good choice. Also, this has transparency mode. So if you do want to hear the world around you, which when I'm working out, like outdoors, I don't want noise cancellation. I want to be able to hear my surroundings. And with this, you can definitely do that with the transparency mode. Again, these two, you don't get that option. So for it having noise cancellation and transparency mode, if that's something that you're looking for the price, it does a pretty decent job. More than decent, does a really good job with that. Whereas these two, you don't even have that option. Now, the Powerbeats, despite it not having the noise cancellation and transparency mode, when it comes to working out, it's kind of like, okay, I don't know if you've ever driven like a Tesla, but I've rented a Tesla, and the sound quality for music, it's like when you turn that volume all the way up, you hear and feel that beat and bass, versus like the car I have, like my Hyundai Accent. I can hear my music, but it's not the same quality. And I feel like Powerbeats Pro takes the win for that, because I'm telling you, you want to get lost in your workout. You want to get lost in the music. And these, out of the three, do the best job for doing that. Also, I really like with these, because it has on here, you can't see it, but you can control the volume, which I really like. These, you can't control the volume from the headphones themselves. You have to do it manually on your phone. With this one, you can control the volume, which is really nice. So if you don't have like noise cancellation and you need to be able to hear your surroundings, it's nice that you can actually do that from the headphones themselves and not from your phone. It's a little thing, but it's like a little convenient factor that just makes it really nice. And honestly, the AirPods, these are OGs, and sound quality, they're great. They don't have the fancy features, like you can't turn down the volume from them. Doesn't have transparency mode or noise cancellation, which you would think you'll be missing out, but comparing them to the other two, these are actually still pretty good AirPods. Or pretty good AirPods, pretty good earbuds. So, final takeaways for working out, when it comes to specifically using this for fitness, who would take the winner? Surprisingly, I would actually have to go with the Powerbeats. Especially over these. The new Studio Buds, for two reasons. One, the sound quality compared to this, phenomenal. Phenomenal. Way better. You feel that bass, you feel that beat. You don't have to worry about them going anywhere. Like I mentioned, when I first put them on, I have to make sure they are really snug in there. This, from the moment you put them on, you don't have to worry about that. It's not that you control the volume. So these were actually my favorite when it comes to working out. Now, if you do not have any earbuds and you're looking to like purchase, I would say if noise cancellation and having that transparency mode is important to you, then get the Beats Studio Buds when working out, because it does have really great sound quality when listening to music. It's not as strong as the Powerbeats, but you do get that noise cancellation and that transparency mode, which I really think is important when working out, especially if like you're outdoors or at the gym. You still want to be aware of your surroundings, so it's nice to have that transparency mode. So if that is something that's important to you, go with these. Now, if you're someone who just has the AirPods and you're considering getting like the new Beats Studio Buds, in my honest opinion, I'm like, keep your money and just stick with your AirPods, because for most of the time, I just rocked with these and didn't have that noise cancellation or that transparency mode. And I thought I was missing out, but really, I really wasn't. Like, if you want to be aware of your surroundings, turn down your volume on your headphones. Just turn it down. And when it comes to the sound quality, honestly, they're neck and neck. And I low-key think the AirPods are a little bit better. Again, these are first generation. And these are not the Pros. Don't confuse with the AirPod Pros. These are just regular AirPods. And I think the sound quality is a little bit better than the Beats Studio Buds. You don't have the other two features, but I think these still do a phenomenal job with, they're not gonna fall out your ears, and you have really, really good sound quality. So if you already have these, I would say just keep your money and stick with the OGs with your AirPods. If you're someone, like I said, new on the market and the noise cancellation transparency mode is important to you, get the Beats Studio Buds. If you really want to get lost in your workout, feel that music, and it's specifically for working out, the Beats, keep saying Beats Power Pro. Get these. These are my favorites when it came to working out, for sure. Now, we talking about everyday use. That's a different story, and I'll have a different opinion on, for like everyday use, which would be my favorite. But for specifically fitness, this is my favorite. I would say, as a side note, these, I don't know, because they're bigger, they do come a little bit uncomfortable after a while. Like after like 20 so minutes, they kind of hurt my ears. Normally when I do my workouts, they're like an hour. So they get a little bit uncomfortable. Not horrible, but these are more comfortable in my ears long term than the Beats Power Pros. Beats Power Pro are. So that's a little side note that you need to know. But other than that, they are pretty good. Honestly, you cannot go wrong with any of these. They are really great headphones, especially when working out. So it really just boils down to what your wants are and what your preferences are. With that being said, thank you so much for watching my video, especially if you stuck and stayed to the end. I appreciate that, and I'll see you next time.